The Bloody Benders. The Bloody Benders, a family of serial killers from Lubbock County, Kansas, in the late 19th century, left a blood-soaked legacy in American history. This infamous family, comprised of John Bender Sr., his wife Elvira Bender, their son John Jr., and their daughter Kate Bender, operated a small general store and inn that doubled as a death trap for unsuspecting travelers. Known as America's first family of serial killers, their story is one of deception, brutality, and mystery that has captivated the public imagination for over a century. The Bender family arrived in Kansas in 1870 amidst the Great Westward Expansion. They were among the many settlers drawn by the promise of fertile land and new opportunities. The family established themselves along the Osage Trail, a popular route for those moving west. They built a modest cabin divided into two sections by a canvas curtain. The front served as the general store and dining area, while the rear was their living quarters. This seemingly unremarkable frontier family hid a sinister secret behind their unassuming facade. The Benders' criminal enterprise centered around their inn, where they lured travelers with the promise of a hot meal and a place to rest. Their modus operandi was both simple and gruesome. Guests were seated at a table positioned over a trapdoor, with their backs to the canvas curtain. While the guests dined, Kate Bender, known for her charm and purported psychic abilities, would distract them. Meanwhile, John Bender Sr. or John Jr. would strike the victim on the back of the head with a hammer from behind the curtain. Elvira Bender would then slit the victim's throat to ensure they were dead. The body would be dropped through the trapdoor into the cellar, where it would later be buried in the garden or orchard surrounding the cabin. The Benders' heinous activities went unnoticed for years as travelers were common on the Osage Trail and disappearances were not immediately alarming. However, suspicions grew as more and more people went missing. The turning point came with the disappearance of Dr. William Henry York in the spring of 1873. Dr. York, a prominent physician from Independence, Kansas, had been traveling to visit family and was last seen alive in the vicinity of the Benders' Inn. The Benders, sensing that their gruesome secret was about to be uncovered, fled. When a group of concerned neighbors and authorities arrived at the inn to investigate, they found it abandoned. A thorough search of the property revealed the cellar, soaked with blood, and several shallow graves containing mutilated bodies. The exact number of the Benders' victims remains unknown, but estimates range from a dozen to more than 20. The discovery of this murder farm shocked the nation and led to one of the largest manhunts in American history. Despite numerous reported sightings and claims of capture, the Benders were never brought to justice. Their ultimate fate remains one of the great mysteries of American criminal history. Various theories have emerged over the years, including that they were killed by vigilantes or escaped to live under new identities. Some accounts suggest that Elvira and Kate were captured and lynched, while John Sr. and John Jr. met their end at the hands of other vigilantes. However, none of these stories have been definitively proven, and the Benders' disappearance adds an enduring layer of intrigue to their already chilling story. The Bloody Benders' legacy extends beyond their immediate crimes. Their tale has become a part of American folklore, embodying the fears and dangers of the frontier. The combination of their brutality, the mystery surrounding their fate, and the context of the untamed American West has ensured that their story continues to be retold in various forms, from books and documentaries to folklore and campfire tales. The Benders' story serves as a grim reminder of the lawlessness that characterized the American frontier and the lengths to which people will go to satisfy their greed and malevolence. The societal impact of the Bender murders was significant. The sheer brutality of their crimes and the subsequent failure to apprehend them highlighted the limitations of law enforcement in the expansive and sparsely populated territories of 19th century America. The case underscored the need for better communication and cooperation among law enforcement agencies, a challenge that persists to some extent even today. Moreover, the Benders' crimes contributed to the growing mythos of the Wild West as a place of both opportunity and danger, where the veneer of civilization could quickly give way to chaos and violence. The Benders Inn, the site of so much horror, was eventually torn down, but the land where it stood remains a place of dark curiosity. Over the years, various artifacts have been unearthed from the property, including bones and personal effects of the victims. These discoveries serve as grim reminders of the family's atrocities and the suffering of their victims. The local community, while long since moved on from the immediate horror, still carries the weight of this dark chapter in its history. In retelling the story of the Bloody Benders, it is essential to consider the broader context of the era. The late 19th century was a time of significant upheaval and change in the United States. The westward expansion brought with it not only the promise of new beginnings, but also the perils of isolation and the absence of established law and order. The Benders exploited these conditions, preying on the vulnerable in a way that starkly contrasted with the idealized vision of pioneering spirit and progress. Their story serves as a cautionary tale about the potential for darkness in human nature, a theme that remains relevant across different times and societies. The Bloody Benders tale, with its elements of deception, brutality, and mystery, continues to resonate because it taps into deep-seated fears and curiosities about the capacity for evil within ordinary-seeming individuals and families. If you enjoyed from this video, don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel. Thanks for watching.